Hi everyone, it's Sintang Mayumi. I have a Christmas tags tutorial for you today. I used this adorable stamp set from Your Next Stamp Sweet Holiday Greetings. I also used this die set that I got from Amazon. I went ahead and die cut my tag. The stamp set has little images and I'm going to use them to make my background. I will stamp them using Hickory Smoke Distress Oxide ink. I could have used my stamping tool here, but I think the clear blocks made it more easier for me. I will do a little bit of ink blending on the edges of the tag, and I will also do the same at the back of the tag. And the ink I'm using here is Barn Door Distress ink. I pull out my scraps of watercolor paper. I always save my scraps because scraps is good to use for small images. I use VersaFine Onyx Black ink to stamp my images, and I will also emboss my images with clear embossing powder and melt the powder with my heat tool. To color my 4 images, I use my Zig Clean Color Wheel brush markers. I also use my Jelly Roll pens to color the hearts, bow, buttons, and icing on my gingerbreads. I also add some stardust stickles on my penguin and Santa cup. After all the coloring is done, I will fussy cut them with my detailed scissor. So here are my colored images. I made more than one tag, but I'm just showing you one on the video. I cut my sentiment from last time I used it. This sentiment is in one straight stamp, but you can still put them together, so don't be afraid to cut your sentiments or your images. I have scraps of this red cardstock from my stash. I will stamp the sentiment using Versamark ink and emboss it with Wow Opaque Bright White embossing powder, and then I'll melt the powder with my heat tool. I will cut my sentiment using my Fiskars trimmer, and I will separate each word and cut them on an angle. I stamped my to and from on the back of the tag, and the to and from sentiment is from Concord and Ninth Perfectly Pen Stamp Set. I am going to assemble all my pieces on my tag. The stamp set also has a plate. I stamp it with VersaFine Onyx Black ink and use my scraps of Tim Holtz Christmas paper. You will notice later at the end of the video that all of the tags that I made doesn't have a plate. I think I changed my mind and didn't add the plate. I used foam tape to adhere the sentiments and the penguin cap and strong double-sided tape on the rest of the images. I also added one gingerbread at the back of the tag on top of the to and from sentiment. I used this red and white baker's twine from the wreath. I just simply tie a knot and cut the excess twine with my scissor. And then I added this big red gem beside the sentiment. So here is my tag all finished. And these are the tags that I made after I made the video. I did made a green version using Modlon Distress ink. And as you can see, all of the tags doesn't have the plate. I probably thought the plate is too much on the tags. I made these tags in August, so I can't remember now. As always, thank you so much for always watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. I hope you like today's Christmas tags, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye. I have two more Christmas tags that you might like to watch on the side of the screen.